The letter that arrived 10 years late. My name is Michael. And this is the strangest thing that has ever happened to me. 10 years ago, my father disappeared. No goodbye. No explanation. Nothing. One day he left for work. And he never came back. Police searched for months. His car was never found. His phone was never found. It was as if he had simply vanished from the face of the earth. At the time, I was only 12 years old. I remember sitting by the front window every evening, waiting for his car to pull into the driveway. But it never did. Years passed. Life moved on. Or at least everyone pretended it did. My mother eventually stopped talking about him. His photographs stayed in old boxes. And little by little, people stopped mentioning his name. But I never forgot. Then, 10 years later, something impossible happened. It was a rainy Tuesday afternoon. I had just returned from work when I noticed an envelope in my mailbox. At first, it looked ordinary. But then I saw the handwriting. My heart nearly stopped. I recognized it instantly. It was my father's handwriting. The same handwriting I had seen on birthday cards when I was a kid. The same handwriting from old notes he used to leave around the house. My hand started shaking. The postmark on the envelope showed a date from only 3 days earlier. That made no sense. My father had been missing for 10 years. Slowly, I opened the envelope. Inside was a single sheet of paper. Just one sentence. I never stopped looking for my way home. I stared at the words for several minutes. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't think. The letter was signed with his name. My father's name. That night I barely slept. The next morning, I took the letter to the police. Investigators examined the handwriting. Their conclusion shocked everyone. The handwriting was authentic. It matched old documents perfectly. Someone had written it recently. But the bigger question remained. Who? And where had it come from? The investigation led detectives to a small post office nearly 300 miles away. Security footage showed an older man dropping the letter into a mailbox. The image was blurry. But the man looked familiar. Very familiar. When detectives enhanced the footage, my entire body froze. The man looked exactly like my father. Older. Thinner. But unmistakably him. Police immediately launched a search. For weeks they followed every clue. Every lead. Every sighting. Most turned out to be dead ends. Then one evening, an investigator called me. A witness had reported seeing an elderly man living alone in a remote cabin near a lake. The next morning we drove there. The cabin looked abandoned. The windows were covered. The paint was peeling. No smoke came from the chimney. But someone had clearly been living there. As officers searched the property, I waited outside. Then I heard someone call my name. Michael. The voice was weak. But familiar. I turned around. And there he was. My father. Standing only a few feet away. For a moment neither of us moved. Neither of us spoke. 10 years of questions disappeared from my mind. All I could do was stare. Tears filled his eyes. Then he said something I will never forget. I'm sorry it took me so long to come back. Later, we learned the truth. 10 years earlier, my father had suffered a severe head injury after a car accident in another state. He survived. But he lost his memory. Without identification, nobody knew who he was. For years he moved between shelters and temporary housing. Slowly, fragments of his memory returned. Names. Faces. Places. Eventually he remembered us. His family. His home. And when he finally remembered enough, he wrote the letter. The letter that arrived 10 years late. Today my father is back home. Life isn't perfect. We can't recover the lost years. But we're together again. And sometimes that's enough. Because no matter how much time passes, some people never stop trying to find their way home. If you enjoyed this emotional mystery story, subscribe to Noxvale Stories and turn on notifications for more unforgettable stories. :